This that A1 Perico flow, you know? It's that kind of flow that could change your life. Yo, the kid is back. Word to my fitted cap. Shorty bad, beauty plus brains.
Your what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Perspective. I am your host, Brooklyn Natives, back with another good episode for you guys today. And today we're gonna be talking about my thoughts on what Angel Reese been going through, especially in the last game with the Toronto Tempo, um, and the text and everything like that. We're gonna be talking about we're gonna be talking about the fever debacle, whatever happened with that. Just my thoughts. I ain't gonna get too much deep into that. I didn't even watch that game. I was watching the uh the Atlanta Dream game and Angel Reese. Angel Reese is the reason why I'm here for the people for the slow people in the back who still think Caitlin Clark is the only reason why people here. Angel Reese is the reason why I'm here. So I missed that fever game to watch the Dream game. And then we're gonna talk a little bit about the preview of the Commissioner's Cup between the Liberty and the Aces. But before we get into all that, I need everybody to subscribe to the channel. Please, I'm new. I'm new. Help me grow. Help the channel grow. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Y'all starting to be late. I'm noticing because I've been gone for a little while that you guys starting to be lazy on that like button. I used to get, you know, upwards of 80 likes. Now I'm barely getting 20 likes. So we got to change that. I'm not jacking that. If I did something wrong, if I hurt your feelings, let me know. If I stepped on your toes, let me know. We got to get back to showing the love again. I need the love back. You get what I'm saying? So y'all used to show me a lot of love. I used to get a lot of comments. I still get comments. They're still commenting on the channel, so I appreciate that. But I used to get a lot of comments. I used to get a lot of likes for me. It might not be a lot for somebody else, but for me, I used to get a lot of likes. And it's ironically before my subscriber count was moving slow. My subscriber count is moving fast now, but my likes is like I don't know what's going on with that. So subscribe to the channel, hype the channel, like the channel, holla at me in the comments. You already know I holla back. I appreciate it. I see people piling in already. Uh Tia, Tia, what's going on? How you feeling today? BD, BD, what's up, BD? What's good? We're gonna talk. In fact, I want you on a panel, right? You a Liberty fan, so I actually need you. I need to talk to you. I need Liberty insight about the Liberty today. Um, but let me give my opinion though. But let me give my opinion, and I'm gonna start inviting people up to talk to me. Mm, Let's start out with Angel. Actually, let's start out with Caitlin Clark because it's gonna be short and sweet. Um, how do I feel about what happened? With the Caitlin Clark receiving attack and all of the everything that flared up on the court. Honestly, I really don't care. I was watching the Dream game, but I'm gonna give you my opinion anyway. I'm gonna give you my opinion anyway. As far as the tie up, that happens. One thing I've noticed, that's an Indiana thing to do. Caitlin Clark ties people arms up. And Aaliyah Boston does it. So that's part of what they do to draw fouls. And for obviously, you know, and this is no shade or hate because I don't dislike Caitlyn, but I gotta hold her accountable. Her walking around, it's it's a time and a place to hype the crowd up, not during a fight. And that's immaturity. I've been saying she's immature for a while, so she needs to grow up. That's it. But as far as her walking around, hyping the crowd up, I have no issue with that. It was bad timing. It was just bad timing. Um, my main issue though is with players like Maisha Hines Allen and Aaliyah Boston, even though Aaliyah Boston wasn't part of this today. But people like Aaliyah Boston, Maisha Hines Allen, Sophie Cunningham, I have an issue with her. My issue with Sophie Cunningham is simply I just feel like she act like a thug, and I feel like she act like a fake thug because she knows who to get tough with, and then she does the I'm standing behind people, so I'm gonna act tough. But I've seen her and Kalia Copper get into it, and I didn't see her act tough. I've seen her with certain other people that's actually tough, and I didn't see her act tough. I didn't see her act tough with people who she thinks she could get away with it with. So I just think she need to stop doing that. Like you don't have be yourself. That's my issue with her. And then I also just don't like her as a person. Like for her, we already know the history of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and for her to involve herself in that, talking about Angel Reese's boyfriend or ex boyfriend, and Angel Reese must still have. I just thought that was classless. Like mind your business. You're a grown woman. None of your business. Number one, and then the reason why I don't like her is simply because I feel like she's one of those people, like in real life, if you ever met these people who see you shining, who see for whatever reason you doing good in life, so they want to stand next to you and steal your shine. It's a way to do that, and it's a way to look corny. So, for an example, people that plays with Kaden Clark, people who plays with Angel Reese, and if you get popular because you around those players, that's cool. It is what it is. That happens. A la Kennedy Carter, right? Kennedy Carter got popular from being around Angel Reese. But it's like Sophie Cunningham is trying to steal CC shine, and then it's like she's not even being a good vet. It's like she's encouraging the bad behavior, which is what I think that's corny and weird. You're supposed to be a vet that's supposed to be helping her mature, and it's like you act worse than her sometimes, right? And then my issue with um Maisha Hans Island and Aaliyah Boston, even though Aaliyah Boston again wasn't a part of what happened last night. My issue with Maisha and Aaliyah is like, yo, I get it, ride for your teammate, but they ride so hard it looks weird because Caitlyn not gonna do that for you. Every time somebody get hurt or hit the floor or get into it, and Caitlyn is not involved, she walk to the bench. She don't be over there standing up, trying to break it up, trying to get in the way. Even if you hurt, laying on the ground, she don't be checking on you. I remember Erica Willer 2 years ago, and Erica Willer was one of Caitlyn's biggest supporters. Something happened. She was going to the basket. I don't know if she twisted her ankle or what, but she ended up on the floor. I think she twisted her ankle. She ended up on the floor. She was in pain. Caitlyn was standing like almost by half court, in between half court and the 3-point line, somewhere over there. She took a look and just beeline to the bench and just sat down. She ain't gotta go check on Erica Willer or none of that. So when these people be so quick to run and defend, I'm not saying let Caitlyn get hurt, but at the same time, I don't think Caitlyn was in any danger, right? If she's in danger, that's different. Yeah, go protect your teammate. I don't think Caitlyn was in any danger. So when these players go that hard to protect her, it just looks weird because she's not doing the same thing for you. You look corny. So all that posturing and neck moving and doing all this, you just look like a fool for real. The girl not gonna do it for you. That's my take on the Indiana Fever thing. Um, you know, as far as Juana Bonner and like I said, that happens. I got tangled up. Okay, I got flared. I don't like Sophie Cunningham, so I understand the Juana Bonner's anger with Sophie. As far as Angel go, right? As far as Angel go, and what happened in the Fever game. So first off, I'm gonna start off with advice for Angel because that's the type of Angel Reese fan I am. I'm not biased in thinking that I can't um, give my favorite player advice or that she can't get better at something, even though I know she's the one being wronged in a situation. But sometimes where I come from, I'm gonna give y'all before I say what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give y'all the reason why I'm saying it. So when I was younger, shout out to my big bro Mark. Mark with the jump shot from the hood, right? From Brooklyn, from Bushwick. Um, I remember when I was younger, I was playing outside. We was playing 3-on-3. You might have been in a gym actually, because they had access to a gym. Shout out to 291 Palmetto Street, if you know. Anyway, we was playing. I was playing, and I got fouled, and I got upset, and I'm like, "Nah, you fouled me. I want the ball. I want the ball." My OG Mark and the other older people in there told me to shut up. They said, "Shut up. Stop crying. You crying right now. Stop crying. Give him the ball." So I'm tight. I don't want to give up the ball. I'm tight, but I'm like, I'm listening to my OGs, right? I give up the ball. I suck it up. And in real time, I realized they was teaching me character. In real times, I realized they was just telling me, stop crying. Listen, we know you gonna get fouled. And there's people out here, you're not gonna always get your way. But you nice enough to overcome that. You nice enough that even if you don't, that they not saying give up every foul or give up every, you know what I mean? They just saying you don't have to cry over every little thing. And you good enough to overcome that. But Angel Reese, my advice to her is she's targeted. She knows she's targeted. Sometimes you gotta say, okay, I'm not gonna beat the system. I'm not gonna beat the system. But what I can do is control what I can control. And I could say, you know what? I'm gonna do my best to watch with my because sometimes she does foul. Let's keep it 100. Sometimes she, she means well. She's not doing it intentionally on purpose, but sometimes her arm flares, she hit somebody in the face or whatever while she's going for an offensive rebound. She's not doing it on purpose, but it's physical. And I'm gonna get into that because that's part of the opponent's fault. I'm gonna get into why that's the opponent's fault. But as Angel, she got to realize it's a target against her. She's not gonna win most of those calls. You're gonna get caught with fouls. So try to protect yourself and not pick up cheap ones. Try to protect yourself and not pick up early ones. That's my advice to Angel. With that said, though, a lot of these players because they so afraid of her getting offensive rebounds. Now you got 2 and 3 running at her. Now they running in her space. If you go running somebody's space, I need room to fall. I need room to move. Yeah, you're gonna get hit if you around me. So a lot of times these people be putting themselves in danger, and the refs got to be smart enough to notice that, right? The refs got to be smart enough to say, okay, Angel's at a disadvantage. Why? It's just her. It's 3 people around her, and they leaning on her, and they putting a body into her. Let me let this go. Let me let this one go. But unfortunately, they still penalize Angel, which is crazy. You get what I'm saying? Um, and I seen some fouls where, oh, I seen some calls where Angel asked for the foul, and it was like minimal contact. So I would say, okay, I could understand why the refs, even though she's upset, why they didn't blow the whistle. But what I don't understand is on the other side, when it was minimal contact, they did blow the whistle. So now I'm saying, if it's minimal contact on the other side and y'all blowing the whistle, then you got to blow the whistle for Angel. You got to keep the same energy on both sides. You got to stay consistent. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you want to be fair. I'm watching the game. I want to be fair. I'm not sitting here saying give Angel all of the calls. I get some things ain't gonna go her way. That's just life. But when you allow on the other team to get away with murder, the other team, somebody I've seen a play. If y'all watched the game, y'all seen this play. It was 2. I forget the girl's name from overseas. So I'm not gonna say hers, but Julie Alaman. She drove to the basket. This was like at the end of the game. I believe it was in the fourth quarter, third quarter. I'm not sure. I think it was in the fourth quarter. She drove from the left wing. She drove in for a layup, and Tahina Powell was guarding her and barely touched her. They blew the whistle. But when Angel Reese was on the other side getting double teamed, she had to maneuver through a double team and try to get the ball up. It was minimal contact. So I understand why they didn't blow the whistle until I seen minimal contact on the other side. You got to blow the whistle if you're gonna blow it for them. You understand what I'm saying? Um, all right, let me. I see a few people in here. Y'all better hit the like button for me. We on that today. We on that today because I can't trust y'all. If I don't say it, y'all not gonna hit that button. I need y'all to hit the like button. Let me drop the link. Oh, y'all supposed to drop it for my people too. I told them I was gonna drop it. I forgot. So let me do that now. If anybody want to join, they could join. Or if it's just gonna be me talking, it's just gonna be me. It is what it is. Um, there go the link in the chat. Hopefully, I get some Liberty and some Aces fans up here. Be well, where you at? I need some Aces fans. I need some Liberty fans. Even some Fever fans and Dream fans. If we're gonna talk about the fouls in the text. Also, I forgot to say this about the text. Um, for the Fever, um, Caitlin. Let me change the camera view so they can see y'all real quick. Hold on, hold on. You change the layout. There we go. Jonathan Beatty, what's going on?
What's going on,
Oh,
man?
oh yeah. Let me say this. I appreciate you, Jonathan, for being on camera. Beatty, you don't have to do it today. But this is just for future notice. On my channel, I try to have people that come up on stage have their camera on. The reason why I appreciate you, buddy. The reason
I
why
mean, I
though
just say,
is
I was laying in the bed and I said
no,
I
no,
ain't
no,
want to
no.
like make this shit look
No, you good.
awkward.
This looks better. This looks better than your camera off. I'm gonna tell you why. Let's just say let's just because you I think you work at night sometimes, right? I heard you on the other
Yeah, I work
broadcast.
early morning, late night. Yeah,
Early
like the
morning. So
overnight shit.
let's just say one day you like, you know what, I want to watch, the perspective. It's a better watch for you when you see us interact in this way opposed to everybody camera black. And you hear it's still a good, it's still entertaining, but the production is a lot better when everybody got their camera on. The production is a lot better when the audio is good. So that's why I'm a
Right.
stickler for the audio. I always try to keep my audio good. And if people can, I try to have the cameras on. You get what I'm saying? So that's really what that's about. So I appreciate both of you brothers for being on camera for me. Let's talk about this preview since I got BD up here. Let's talk about this preview of the Commissioner's Cup, BD. BD, we
Yes.
know your Liberty been looking good this year. Y'all actually just came off
Mhm.
a really good win streak, but I think y'all lost y'all last 3 games.
Yeah,
And
they've been pissing me off, man.
one thing, one thing I
But even
noticed,
though
and
not the
hold on,
Sparks game, just
I'm gonna let you get into it. I'm gonna let you get into it. One thing I've noticed, because I've been looking at both teams, right, the Aces and the Liberty, and I haven't really been paying a lot of attention to them this year because I've been paying a lot of attention to the Dream. So I actually took a little deep dive. I said, let me look at the teams. I've noticed that on the Liberty side, you guys have really good defense, right? But your offense is like up and down. It's not that great. It's not where you want it to be. And then the same thing with the Aces. It's the opposite. The Aces have a really good offense, but their defense is up and down. It's not where they want it to be. Now, when you talk about your Liberty, it kind of makes sense though, right? Because the Liberty is what? They got a new coach, right?
yeah,
So it's a new
got new
system they
coach.
implementing. Also, y'all had a few injuries this season. So
Yeah,
that's
starting
gonna
off with
affect
we
starting
just
off.
starting to
That's
like play together now
y'all
for like
starting
the
to get
very
healthy
first time.
now.
Right.
Exactly. So that's gonna affect things a little bit on the offensive end. Then you had because of injuries, you got lineups fluctuations, right? So all of
Right.
those things is gonna affect the offense. So it kind of makes sense to me why the offense hasn't been that great. But like I said, it ain't been terrible because y'all still been winning games. Y'all defensively, y'all sound defensively, and yeah, y'all still at the top of the standings, right? You're like,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, we're
I
11
think y'all
and
top
5, but
5.
but
I
but
think y'all
my
top
thing is
5 in the standings.
we playing in spurts and it's annoying. Like
Right.
for me, we'll start off fast and then we'll go 3-4 minutes without scoring. And then we'll have a spurt, we'll go on a little run, and then we'll go another 3-4 minutes without scoring. And it's the lulls in the scoring that's fucking us up on the defensive end because you're only gonna get but so many stops. Like
Mm-hmm.
Ray cooked us the other day. I know Necka hit the game winning shot, but it was Ray who cooked us with 19 off the bench. Not like we can't be having that.
My
We
man said
supposed to
that.
be
My
top
man, shout
3
out
team.
to your
We
point.
not supposed to be getting cooked by Ray.
Shout
Like
out to Dre
that's
Day Sports.
unacceptable.
Shout out to Dre Day Sports. He did say Ray was cooking. I didn't see the game. So yeah, you the second person who said that Ray was cooking. So that's why you reminded me of him when he said it. So
Yeah,
shout out to
she
Dre Day
got
Sports. He said
19
that
off
too.
the bench. Like she
Dre Day's
cooked the
another
shit out of
Liberty
us.
fan. He's another Liberty fan too. So
Yeah, I know who Dre Day is. I've been on
yeah,
his
yeah,
channel before too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, just the inconsistent offensive, the lulls in the offense. Like I'm still surprised they haven't started Sabali. Like why
They
Satu
did.
not?
They did. I
like
think she was
starting all the
struggling,
way.
so they moved her to the bench. And I think she listen. I'm not gonna lie to you because y'all got a deep team. I'm not mad at her off the bench because
No, I mean, I just rather
I
her
don't know what
start.
she's averaging, but I've seen 2 games and she had like 17 and one. I think like
Yeah.
20 and I think 20 against us. She just you know what I mean. So I think she can start, but she provided
Yeah,
off the bench too.
I only want her to start because she hasn't really been in rhythm all year. Like she's had occasions where she's shown flashes, but she hasn't been consistent like how she was last year. Like last year, she was consistent
You
on the
want to know
night to night
why?
basis.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe she's this off season she was coming back
Yeah,
from injury
she
though,
was coming off an
and
injury. Yeah,
and
I'm
she
just
put
saying.
on a
I know
little
it's gonna
weight.
take her a minute,
Yeah, that's what I'm
but
saying.
this is why
Exactly.
I want her to start so she could play her way back in the
Yeah,
form. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like how they
yeah,
doing for Sabrina. They're allowing Sabrina to play her way back in the
yeah,
form. Do the same thing for Satu. I'm saying
yeah. I feel
I
you.
think you
I
will
feel
get
you.
more out of her starting her than having her come off the bench. Knowing she just came off an injury, she need to play her way back.
Got you.
Just
Got
give
you.
us some more
Listen,
minutes.
listen. I'm not mad at your take. Like I said, whether if she start, y'all got a deep team. So if she start,
Right. And
I
our
feel like she'll
rookie
fit in.
is
But coming
lit.
off the bench, I'm not mad at it either. Yeah,
I
we were
know
just
people
talking about that on my
and
last
I know people
episode.
it's all about
Pauline
Olivia
Astier.
Miles, but Astier has had a really good rookie
No,
year, bro.
yeah, you
Low
absolutely
key.
right. Yeah, you absolutely right. Pauline Astier, she been getting busy. So we had her and she wasn't in both Dre Day and Nate. They both reminded me of her because when I think of rookies, because I don't even think like this. I gotta remember that these overseas players is rookies, right? Some of them I know
Right.
like our fan. So I wasn't even thinking about Asti. I was like, oh yeah, she is a rookie, and she's been playing well all season. So yeah, I give you that.
Yeah, just
I
under the
give you that.
radar though. Nobody talks about her. I don't ever hear anybody who's not a Liberty fan talk about Astier
You're
at all.
right. You're
It's
right.
all
You're
about
right.
Olivia Miles and Big Four and
You're right.
you know everybody
You're
else but
absolutely right.
Astier.
You're absolutely right. I can't argue with you. So what's your thoughts on the game tonight? What's your preview?
I think the
What's the
Aces are
let me
gonna
ask you
win.
this. What's the keys? What's the keys to the game? Let me ask you that. What's the
The
keys to the
key for
game
the
for the
Liberty is
Liberty
the Liberty
and
gonna
for
win this.
and for the Aces? For both.
Okay, if the Liberty gonna win this game it's real simple. You're not gonna stop Asia. Just stop everybody else.
I
Not
used to
gonna
live in
stop
Bushwick.
Asia.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to live on Palmetto between Bushwick and Evergreen.
Okay. I used
Like,
to live on Grove between Bushwick and Broadway.
all right, like if you know where the little hotel, the little hotel motel, the spot
Mhm.
is right on
Yeah,
the corner of Bushwick and
yeah, I know, I
Palmetto.
know, I
I
know.
live directly across the street from that. Like right
Yeah,
directly across the street from that.
I live right by the Gates Avenue train station. When you come down that block right there.
Oh,
That's where I
okay,
lived at.
yeah, I used to live right there. But
Hey, Brooke.
yeah, for the
What's
Liberty,
up,
they
Jonathan?
just got to stop everybody else, and Asia gonna do her. Like you're not gonna
Yeah,
stop Asia. Just stop everybody else. You can't
that's a
have
good strategy.
Chelsea Gray hitting 9 threes. You can't have Jackie Young giving you 21. I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
if Kennedy gonna play. I'm saying, but if she is playing, gotta like try to keep her down too. But I don't know if Kennedy playing. I gotta look that up. And if the Aces are gonna win the game, they just gotta wait for the Liberty to get in the lull because they've been getting in lulls all year. So when they in their little funk where they can't score the ball, that's when they got to get their scoring on and build the lead early because Liberty hasn't shown much of a comeback spirit. I mean, they've come back, I think, 2 games this year out of the 11 wins they had 2 comebacks, but it's not really in them to come back from big leads like that. At least not right now.
okay.
So
Okay.
you get out early on Liberty, I think you should be okay. If you the Aces.
Well, what you were saying, Jonathan?
So, Book, I want to jump in and say something real quick because boot camp is about to start. Everybody doing that warm up. So I'm gonna put my 2 cents in so I can get started. So if you know, I went to the game last night. I flew to Atlanta to check out the Dream and the Tempo game in the State Farm Arena. You know,
Okay.
and I was watching how the refs was just, calling these BS fouls on Angel Reese, including that flagrant foul where she supposedly hit a player, like not even on purpose, when they call it a flagrant on her. There were like when Angel had the ball, two girls came up on to her for the double team. She got smushed up. No foul call was there, and then a triple team, and still fouling. Like, I'm talking about, and then Angel, they called a foul on Angel, and they said when Angel was trying to ask the referee what's a foul on, they said the referee couldn't even tell her, like she couldn't even explain the foul. So it's giving me targeting, but we all probably know by now that those refs was targeting Angel. I was watching Angel with her eyes closed, just looking at frustration and disgust. Like she literally wanted to she wanted to run off their court, but like walk off their court, like because she was
frustrated last night.
Yes, because ain't nobody was like, we over here trying to spend money on to support your league, and the fact that the league ain't done nothing to protect Angel and let people do dirty to her just to do dirt to her is disgusting. It was so disgusting that I went to WNBA website and email to file a report. I filed like 2 reports about the WNBA referees because they was doing her dirty.
Gotcha.
Well, Jonathan, I hate to break this to you, but the refs been bad for a generation now. It's been bad for 20 years, like the refs. So I watch Maya Moore get beat up like this. I watch Candace Parker get beat up like this. Like, the refs have just been bad. It's just now coming to light because this Angel Reese is happening too, and millions of people are watching it, whereas before you might have had tens of thousands of people watching. So it went under the radar. You understand what I'm saying? Now that you seeing it happen to Angel, and you got millions of other people seeing it happen to Angel,
calling it out.
Now everybody can see what I've been seeing for the past 20 years. You understand what I'm saying? And it's black women in particular that is happening to. And what make it worse is black on black crime, because it's black women doing it to each other. Let's be honest. The league is 3/4 black.
You, bro, it's crazy, and that's not good. Like,
yeah, I'm just putting that out there.
Jonathan, you're gonna have to mute. You're gonna get me demonetized. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's the biggest, the largest. I like that, but they gonna give me demonetized.
And man, that's what get us through the workout. Having that.
No, of course. But I'm just saying, you can't on YouTube. You can't. They're gonna be like, you ain't got the copyright.
Yeah, man, we got to turn up, man. We about to do some crazy workouts today. So that's why I was trying to get my stuff.
Yeah, no, good. And you got good information.
Hey, Jonathan, what was the atmosphere in the stadium for you last night?
Oh man, the atmosphere is nice. Like it was real nice. Like it was such. I was surprised I didn't see no celebrities. Like the stadium, the lights flashing, coloring when it was showing the Atlanta Dream starting lineup. I was like, this gave me so much NBA vibes a long time ago when they call out the starting home team, starting 5 home team. I was looking at that, man. I was like, it was all it did was like give me like all flashbacks of the NBA. So I was feeling it, bro. That atmosphere was lit. I was like, yeah, we need more of this. So yeah, I'm gonna be going to the game more often and checking it out.
Did you see a lot of number 5 jerseys?
I saw a lot of number 5 jerseys, bro. I was like, I was like, "Where's my number 5 jersey?" Man, they told me that they were selling them at the stadium, but they cost like $130. And I was like, "Nah, I can't spend that right now," because I was already low on budget when I was in Atlanta watching the game. So
yeah,
I was like,
$130. That's crazy work for a jersey. That's crazy.
yes. And a lot of people had on the ATL black jerseys, red jerseys, all that. Majority of them was Angel Reese jerseys. And I was like kind of jealous. I was like, damn, I want me one. But I'm gonna get one soon. You know what I'm saying? Once my money's all stacked up, I'm getting that jersey real soon. So, but yeah, man, Angel was so disgraced about the officiating that she didn't even bother to like stay on the court to high five the other opponents. She ran out that gym. I saw her just.
I don't think she got a lot of friends on the other side. I mean, I know she cool with Marina.
I mean, of course,
they not really friends.
Izzy Harrison and Kia Nurse, you know, they don't really like Angel.
Exactly. So she ain't had nobody to talk to. She ain't had nobody to talk to on that team.
Yeah,
she wanted to get out that arena.
She said, man, she wanted
to get to her man. TVO clips is going on. TVO be getting at me in the comments, man. TVO, listen. All respect to TVO. TVO want the best for Angel. I want the best for Angel, but TVO don't like you say something, bro. TVO correct you. No, that wasn't good enough. Shout out to TVO. TVO.
Yeah, but the refs have been bad for a long time, though. It sucks for me, like, because I've been watching the W since it began. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, how we look at technology, how we went from beepers to two-way pagers, the sidekicks, to the little cell phone. Like I done seen all the iterations of the W from when it started. And it just sucks that it take to happen to Angel to protect our black women. We could have been protecting our black women.
I mean, it's been going on for a long time.
Yo, TVO, I dropped the link. If you want to come, if you want to join the panel, I dropped the link for you, TVO.
We just didn't make the reports about it. We should have been reporting when it was going on like that. That's why it went down so long, because nobody don't say nothing about it. All they say is, "Oh, if you reporting, then you soft. Oh, you're a softie if you report it and all that." I'm like, bro, some of these fouls could earn injury somebody. Not that when Izzy fouled Angel the first time they met in the Dream versus Toronto Tempo game, that wasn't no regular foul. That was a injury intent foul. Like Izzy could have damaged Angel's spinal cord doing that, and that's stuff like that bothers the hell out of me when people, including refs, don't take it seriously. And then to make matters worse, kicking a person when they're down, they go to Izzy's page saying, "You're not my new fan. You did a world of favor. Oh, thank you so much for doing that, Izzy." I'm like, no.
Let me tell you to your point.
If that happened to them or their kids, bro, they know dang well they like knowing that if that would have been Caitlin Clark that Izzy did that too, they be trying to look for Izzy or telling Izzy count your days because you're not gonna be in the WNBA long because you only got a few days left in your life. They'll be sending Izzy Harrison so many death threats. If that would have been Caitlin Clark, she did that too.
We don't condone the death threats. We don't condone the death threats over here on any players.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I know that you're not saying that, but you know, people take things the wrong way. So I gotta, be clear. We're not promoting it. We're not promoting violence over here. We're not promoting that.
No, that's not. I was imitating what the Clarkies would do, but
no, I know. I understood what you was doing, but still, people take things all types of ways. So I gotta let people know.
Yeah,
you don't. Especially when you got 3 men. You gotta realize, Jonathan, we 3 men talking about a woman's sport. So we can't never be too violent at all. Anyway, we can't. We can't get too aggressive.
How the violence would happen? They like, oh, those 3 guys probably want to do something easy. I'm like, man,
exactly. You didn't take it the wrong way. So
take it the wrong way. All I'm saying is, look, this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to get people to understand is if Izzy Harrison did did that little backwards body slamming looking move to Caitlin Clark like she did Angel Reese, them Clarkies would have been probably hunting down, going on KKK hunt down on Izzy.
Well, first of all, Izzy would have got suspended if that would have been Caitlin Clark. She'd have been sitting 2 or 3 games.
That
off risk.
That wouldn't matter.
She definitely would have got suspended. I believe
I'm gonna tell you something.
Anyway.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. People still the Clarkie's still going after Kennedy Carter for that little hip check she did on Clark. So and that was a baby move compared to what Izzy did to Angel. So even if they
I don't like to y'all point. Hold on. Look, to y'all point, great point that you just brought up, though, Jonathan. What I don't like is the reaction, right? Because when Caitlin Clark gets hit, the reaction is, "Oh my God, she could have got injured, she could have got hurt." When Angel get hit, people act like, "Oh, I don't think that was a flagrant. Oh, I don't think she was that bad. Oh, I actually think Angel caught like." Now, I mean, it's almost like going back to black. Hold on. Listen, it's almost like what they try to say. Like black people can endure more pain. Like it's almost to that level, and I don't like it because it's like keep the same energy. If you could get to your point, if you could get injured by these types of moves, and you could get injured, or if y'all don't think that the foul was a flagrant 2, then keep that same energy with everybody. But it's like y'all said, when it come to Angel, they almost act like she's supposed to be able to endure more pain.
They even said Angel lunged to her. Like, how you lunge somebody going for the ball and you're backwards? That don't make sense. Hold on, give me some second. I got purchase my phone.
Yo, listen, people, if you're watching this, even if you're not commenting, if you're watching us, hit the like button. Please run the likes up. I need them likes to run them likes up. If you came in here, you forgot to hit the like button. I understand it happens. I do it too. Sometimes I'll be watching, I'll be captivated, and I don't hit the like button to the person say hit the like button because you just slip your mind. So please hit the like button. I appreciate it.
Angel, she's not getting calls, but like I was describing to somebody else on another panel, like the calls that are irritating me that she not getting are the calls that when she's driving to the basket and she has the basketball in her hands. She not getting those calls either, like the jockeying for position calls. Most bigs don't get those calls for. Remember, Shaq never got those calls, and this is a 300-pound man, and he was getting fucked up, right? But he wasn't getting them calls. Refs typically don't call those calls when you jockeying for position. But when you had the ball in your hands and you go into the cup and you not getting those calls, and clearly these are fouls and clearly these are hacks, yeah, there's something wrong with that for me. And like you said, you can't call it on one side and not call it on the other. Like, you showing your bias consistent when you doing that.
Yeah. Tebow says Angel was the only one that sang the song. Oh, he talking about the Lift Every Voice. Saw an article today that led with Angel explains why she loudly sung the song. Yeah, explain. Yeah, Angel is in touch. Angel's in tune. Angel's in tune with her people. She's in tune with her history. A lot of people not. A lot of people, you know what I mean? So, or just don't care to express it. Everybody different, but we see Angel's passion, and we gotta appreciate that. At least we got a superstar that's willing to be vocal and to stand up and stand out when other people don't want to. So, shout out to Angel on that, because you're right. She was the only one singing the song, and especially out of all the black players, she was the only one singing the song.
Bro, I saw that too. Angel loves her people and her fans. You know what I'm saying? But that game, when she got done the way she did, she just didn't have time for nobody. She like, nah, let me listen. I'm just not in the mood. Like, the referees ruined her mood. But she loves her people. She loves her black people. And I'm pretty sure when the white folks saw her, the Clarkies and them saw her singing, that little anthem, they're like, you already know how mad they were. And that's another thing. They won't stay out of our business, and they won't stop overreacting over what we do. Like, we can't even have our own without them overreacting. They just want to be
Jonathan.
They just want to be in control of everything.
Did you get
Yeah.
to take a picture of her when you was there?
No, she was that girl was not going to stick around that court.
You good,
She,
Tebow. I
she
appreciate you
yeah,
in the
like
comments. I,
she didn't even
I,
want to. She didn't want to give no autographs. She just wanted to just take off. She just
yeah,
wanted to
she
get
was
out of that
frustrated.
court.
We could understand
That's
that.
how
We could
mad she
understand that.
was.
Tebow, I appreciate you for supporting, and I appreciate you for responding to the things I post in the comments, and I appreciate you being active in the chat. So I appreciate you, Tebow. But listen, like I said, if y'all haven't, everybody hit that like button, please, please. But you want to know another thing that annoys me? Oh, it's my girl Paige. Paige, what's up?
What's up?
What's going on? I missed you, Paige. Paige, one of my favorite subscribers.
Yes.
Um, Another thing
Hey,
that
I'm about to
annoys me though,
I'm about to get out of here. I'll see you.
do your thing,
Who's there?
Brody. Do your
Is that
thing. That's
Paige?
Paige. Yeah, when you get done,
Yes,
we'll probably
hi.
still be live. Come back, hop in the comments or come back to the panel. We'll probably
All
still
right.
be live. All right,
All
brother.
right, Paige. I'll
All
see
right,
you later. I'm
brother.
finna get ready to work out.
Okay.
I'll
All
see
right,
y'all.
brother.
hmm
Speaking of the title, right? Sex and hostile acts. Another thing that gets on my nerves with Angel, or should I say the ref and Angel, is she never get the benefit of the doubt of incidental contact, right? Because Angel's all she's an aggressive player, so she's gonna bump players. She's
Yeah.
always down there around other bodies, but they always look at her contact as if it was aggressive, or the word they used last night, a hostile act. And I just think that's real corny because most players, and this works in the men's game too. Somebody just brought up Shaq. I don't know if it was BD or Gonzalez, but
Yeah, that was me.
okay, with Shaq, we know which any player that's aggressive, it don't have to just be Shaq. We know certain players develop a reputation, and if you a defender, right? If you a really good defender, you develop a reputation for defending. Refs give you a little bit of leeway with defending because they know you a good defender. If you an aggressive player, refs understand you aggressive player, so they give you a little bit of leeway. Angel's aggressive player. She's going for the rebounds, so she should have earned certain calls offensively. She should earn them. The ref should be able to look and say, okay, I know what she's about to do. I know that move. That's a foul, and call that foul, and vice versa. On the defensive end, you got to understand she's going to she's really I should say the offensive end because she's not just a defensive rebounder, right? On the offensive end, when she's going up for those rebounds, you got to understand that this is the type of player she is. So you got to kind of like understand like this is how she play. I'm gonna kind of, not that you holding your whistle, but she earned she because she played this way every night. She kind of earns a certain type of leeway with the refs, right? And then the other thing is damn, it slipped my mind. But
Yo,
that's
Brooklyn, I gotta
that's
go cook, but I'm gonna be in the chat though.
yeah, definitely stay around, stick around in the chat. Um, so Paige, was you able to see the Fever game or the Dream game last night?
Um, I went back and watched the Fever game. I saw the Dream game also.
What was your thoughts on either the tech or the whole altercation in the Fever game? What was your thoughts on what Angel was going through as far as like the fouls and the you know
Uh,
everything she went through in the Dream game?
mm, for the Indiana game, I mean, I got my own issues with Caitlyn. I feel like at some point she's just got to realize like you can't be doing all that. Like they give her
Right.
too much leeway, in my opinion.
Exactly. Exactly.
And for the Atlanta game, these refs are insane to me. Like, how do you get a foul just going up for a rebound? Like, you gotta understand. Like, Angel's got really long arms, but I'm
Yeah.
like, that's just her body build. I mean, I'm like, she's gonna elbow somebody coming down, and it's not that bad. I mean, they're jumping into her lane also.
Right. And she don't get the benefit of the doubt. To your point, that's
No.
actually what slipped my mind. Thank you for bringing that up. The point I wanted to make earlier was, I think I said this to start the show, but I'm gonna say it again. Is to your point, when Angel is down there. They bringing 2 or 3 people to her. They entering her space.
Yeah.
So of course, if she jumps up and her momentum is bringing her down, she might hit somebody because they standing directly under her. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Trying to box her
Mhm.
out. So of course she's gonna hit people. So that should actually give her the benefit of the doubt because they in her space. It ain't like Angel is looking or swinging. Even when the commentators be looking at the replay, they usually say, "Oh, there's no swinging motion," or no, you know what I mean. So she's not
Yeah.
intentionally hitting these people, but they still hit her with the foul. So it's like it's crazy that the refs don't take into account that she's at the disadvantage, right? She got 3 people on her trying to go up for a rebound, and they still try to hit her with these fouls or these flagrants. So you know what I mean? It's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy. It's not even like she's even trying to hit anybody either. Just it's accidental contact, and they know what they're doing. They're just going up into her space because they know that they're gonna call the foul.
Exactly. And then a lot of them is acting. They go up into a space and then they hit the ground as if you even seen it with and this wasn't a rebounding play, but even when Kia Nurse, and I think they still called this against Angel, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But Angel set the screen, um Ryan Howard used the screen, and then Kia Nurse actually smacked Ryan Howard, right?
Yeah, she
And then
did,
and then
and they
and then
called the
threw
foul
her
on Angel.
calling a foul on Angel, but Kia Nurse threw her neck back as if she got
Yep.
hit. So it's like it's crazy.
Man, that was
Uh,
the worst one to me, man. Like,
mhm.
yeah. Mm-mm.
And another thing I want to touch on too is with Angel. So what I notice a lot of players doing is they'll put their hands straight up, right? So rule of verticality. They have their hands
Yeah.
straight up in the air,
Hmm.
but their lower body, they be basically jumping on Angel body. Like it's crazy, and then they don't call a
It
foul. So
is
when Angel's about to go up for a layup, they be jumping on her body with their legs. You know what I mean? Almost like they riding her body with their legs,
literally riding
pushing
her like
her.
a horse. Yeah. Hmm.
Exactly, pushing her, and they don't call a foul on that. And that's when you dealing with that the whole game, you're dealing with people fouling you, jumping on you, pushing you with their body, which is a foul, and the refs is not calling it. And then they calling you for ticky tack stuff on the other end. Like you could just put your hands on somebody, they calling you, even though when they do that to her on the other side, they're not calling that. So I could
Yeah.
understand. I could understand how throughout the game you're gonna get frustrated because she's like, yo, one, I'm dealing with this from all 4 quarters. 2, now y'all calling fouls on me. Y'all calling flagrants on me. Y'all calling you know what I mean? Y'all calling it. Y'all saying that hostile act is like eventually she gonna like, all right, enough is enough. So I could understand her losing her composure a little bit with that. But like I said earlier, and this is just an Angel Reese fan wanting the best for her. She has to
Hmm.
learn how not to put, and I'm not talking about the ones where we just spoke about, the ones she can't control. I'm talking about certain fouls that might come throughout the game where she has to learn how not even to put herself in a position to pick up certain fouls, right? Because Angel's been averaging about, like, she hasn't fouled out yet this season, but she's been averaging about 5 fouls, right? So she's on
Yeah.
the cusp, and it's not her fault. It's not her fault at all. But she has to be smart and knowing that the refs are against her, so she can't pick up no cheap ones and no early ones because now that's what happens. They get it with 2 in the first quarter. They get it real quick, and now she got to play out the game, in foul trouble, whatever the case may be. And I want to give her credit because she's been doing a good job though,
Hmm.
and picking up fouls and playing through it. She's been doing a good job. Hopefully though, Carlos Semesco he said he's been doing this. Hopefully he's sending
Yeah.
stuff into the league. Um, my hope is this stuff rectify itself before the playoffs. Because if it rectifies itself before the playoffs, we'll be in a good position to win. Winning the playoffs. I don't really care about the regular season. I don't care. I
Me
want
either.
them to I want them to rectify just before the playoffs, and then allow Angel to play her game because we already know what Angel can do. Let me see. As far as my notes go, we pretty much hit a lot of stuff. Please allow be extra physical. Yeah, we pretty much hit on my notes. I could close my notes. So I'm gonna ask you, what's your thoughts on the the Aces this season? so far? Let's go team by team. What's your thoughts on the Aces this season?
The Aces,
Yeah, because we got a
I
little
think they,
mini Commissioner's Cup preview tonight.
yeah. I think the Aces are fine. Kennedy Carter's a little bit concerning with how much PTO she's been taking off with the
Mhm.
sickness.
Oh, okay, I didn't even know she was sick. Me personally, I haven't been paying attention. I've been kind of paying a lot of attention to the Dreams. I haven't been paying a
Yeah,
lot of attention to the Liberty or any other teams this year. So I actually have to get caught up. So I like before we got on the live, I did a little deep dive on both teams. So I
mhm,
think like both teams are playing well. Both teams in the top five. I believe the Aces in the top three in the standings. The Aces seem like their Achilles heel right now is defense. Their defense ain't terrible, but their defense could look better. And it seemed like with the Liberty is actually the opposite. It seemed like their defense is fine, but their offense is shaky. So that's what I noticed when I did my deep dive
yeah,
um, into both teams. But getting back to what you said Kimberly Carter might be out.
yeah. She's out for today with the sickness again.
Okay. So why you say it like that? You think it's something going on there, or what?
I don't know. I feel like there's something going on between Kennedy Carter and the Aces.
Oh, that's
Something's not
sad.
adding up.
With Kennedy Carter, always wish the best for her. So that's
Yeah,
sad to me. I don't want her to get. She done been through enough. I want her career to actually just start going smoothly at this point. So that's sad. Hopefully, whatever if it is like you said, hopefully it's something that they could work out and
yeah.
take care of sooner than later. But and then what's your thoughts on the Liberty so far this season?
The Liberty, I think the Liberty are looking good.
Okay.
I think it's just their lineup issue. They gotta find the best lineup that works for them. I mean,
Mhm.
cause Sabrina, to be honest, I like Sabrina coming off the bench for me personally, but I just think they just gotta figure out a lineup that works best.
Somebody else said that. I don't know if you're familiar with Dre Day. He
Yeah,
said that also. Yeah, he said that also. He thinks
just
that
cause she's
maybe
coming back from
he
an
he
injury.
likes he likes Pauline Astier.
Yeah,
He he likes her. So and she's been playing well all season too. So she deserves
yeah,
it. I ain't you know. So I'm not mad at that. That's a good take. Um, as far as the Aces go, like I said, it seemed like they've been playing well all season. They had the bad loss the first game against Phoenix, and they bounced back from that. And then even got the get back against Phoenix. It seemed like the only team that really got their number this year is Dallas. So I don't know what Dallas is doing. It looked like when I looked at the box scores, it looked like Dallas allowed Asia to get off and kind of locked up everybody else. So I
yeah.
don't know if that's like they strategy. I don't I guess it's working. And then on the Liberty side, they've been playing well all season. And I think they just came off like an 8-game win streak.
Mhm.
And now I think they on right now a 3-game losing streak, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but like I was telling BD, it kind of makes sense for the offense for the Liberty to not be clicking on all cylinders. Obviously, they got a new coach, so
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
trying to learn the system, and then they had a few injuries on top of that, so they bringing people back. They slowly getting people back, which also is affecting the lineup, which brings us back to like Pauline Astier and things like that. It's affecting the lineup. And then Satu, I think, because she was coming back from an injury this year, she put on weight. So she wasn't
Yeah.
yeah, so she's probably getting back into game shape, getting herself back now. I actually like what she's doing off the bench for the Liberty.
Mhm.
BD wants her to start, but I actually like what she's doing off the bench for the Liberty. And
Same.
yeah, because you always need that. You need that person who's gonna change the energy. That's gonna be able to come in, and it seems like she's able to, you know, play her game on the bench. That's a stacked
Yeah.
lineup. You know, um, yeah. So I'm excited to see what happens with that tonight. What's your thoughts on? Let's go to the Chicago Sky. Let's talk about that. 'Cause they're an interesting team. Um, before I say anything? What's your thoughts on the Chicago Sky?
They need to sell the team.
Yes, yes, yes. Talk about it.
I mean, shoot, they are not using Camilla the right way. I mean, I knew it
Right.
was gonna happen. Um,
Is there? But let me ask you a question about that though. Is there a right way to use Camilla? Because it seems like you know some days, like I believe the last game they played, the last two games I should say, I believe she was the focal point and the leading scorer. But it just like it seemed like some days. So the reason why I'm saying that, my question to you is, do you feel like that's more on Camilla or them? Because it's like Camilla got to start demanding, like in season three. I'm not expecting her to be a complete player in season three, right? She still got
yeah,
time to grow, but you got to start like being every night. Right here. You know what I mean? And I don't know if she got that in her, is what I'm saying. So yes, that organization is a mess. You could blame the coach, you could blame the staff, we could blame the players she on the court with, but we also got to put some blame on Camilla. And that's big for me to say, because I say this all the time. I got in an argument. I'm an honest person. I hold myself accountable. I got in an argument with
hmm.
somebody on KSAP's channel. Shout out to my brother Mel on Man Down Sports,
Oh
holding
man,
Camilla
yeah,
down. I was holding
mm-hmm.
Camilla down,
Yeah.
and now she letting me down. I don't know. I don't know if I could keep holding her down if she
hmm.
don't. She got to step up to the plate. So I do agree with you. They're not using her right, but I'm just saying, like at some point, we got to blame her too.
I agree with you too on that. Like you got like at some point Camilla's got to step up. But like for me, like I know what Camilla is. She's just not going to step up like that. So there's so
No,
many
you're right.
issues with that. I don't know.
That's true. Let's talk about it. That's why I told you to go first because I knew I was gonna kill him. So first of all, let me say shout out to all my Chicagoans because
hmm.
I had a good time for 2 years as a Chicago Sky fan. I didn't think I was leaving because I didn't think they was trading Angel Reese, but they did, so I'm gone.
Yeah.
But I had a good time with all. Shout out to the people I met. Shout out to the city of Chicago. I rocks with you guys. And maybe I could come back to be a Chicago Sky fan in the future after they get rid of their own and their GM. And
Same.
when I say they GM, I mean both GMs and Jeff Paglioka and Courtney Vandersloot.
Yep. Both of their
Right?
GMs.
Both of them. But to your point, they need to get ahead and sell a team. They need to get a new owner. That's because you're not gonna what I shout out to my brother Nick because he the him and Bro Claude. Shout out to both of them. They're the
Bro Claudia.
closest. They're the closest Chicago Sky fans I know, and I know they want to
hmm.
root for their team, but I think they got a band-aid on the wound opposed to actually healing the wound, right? Because it's like you trying to root for this team, but you still got the cancers in the you know what I mean, in the organization. Once you get the cancers out, it's gonna be easier to root for the team, right? I could speak from the Knicks point of view, being a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Uh, the cancer is actually still in the Knicks, right? James Dolan is the cancer for the Knicks. Everybody that's a Knicks fan know that, or that knows the Knicks organization know that. But what James
hmm.
Dolan did was he hired some basketball people to take care of the basketball part, so that it could stop the years of losing for the Knicks. And that's what needs to happen for Chicago. Either James Alter need to go somewhere in the shadows and disappear, and let's hire somebody. Like I'm just throwing a name out there. I don't think this is going to happen, but I'm giving an example. Somebody like Dwayne Wade, right? Go hire somebody who knows basketball. Somebody like Candace Parker, because she's from go hire somebody who knows basketball and let them run things, right? And
Yeah.
if you do that,
hmm.
maybe your organization can get back on track. But with him having a lawsuit, I don't know if it's that simple. They might have to just get rid of him, get a new owner, get a new GM, right? Get a
Yep.
new coach, start fresh, and then you can start rooting for the Chicago Sky, right? I want the best for all my Chicago Sky fans out there because I was a Chicago Sky fan for 2 years and I wanted to see them win. I wanted to. The problem is they don't even know what they're doing because they got a GM that's talking about they in win now mode, but you got a trash team on the floor. You know what I
Yeah, a
mean?
bunch of misfits. Yeah.
Is that bunch of misfits, but y'all in win now mode. So you don't even know what you're doing. Like, and you're not fooling nobody. You're not fooling none of the fans. We see straight through you. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's my assessment on the Chicago Sky. Shout out to the Chicago Sky. Shout out to Camilla. There's some players on the Chicago Sky I like. You know what I mean? And some players on the Chicago Sky I really don't. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
there's that. Um, let's get into some other team. Connecticut. Connecticut just got their first win, ironically, against the Chicago Sky. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was rooting for Connecticut. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Same.
I'm mad
Yeah.
that they got Anissa Murrow coming off the bench. I'm mad at
Oh,
my girl Nisa coming off the bench. I don't
yeah.
like that coach. I think that coach need to be fired too.
He's
Um,
gonna be gone anyways.
right, he's gonna be
Allegedly,
gone.
well, from what I've heard, because
He
they're
should be
moving
gone
down to
by next year.
Houston. So
He's moving down to Houston. Anissa Murrow should never be coming off the bench unless he's playing
no,
behind like another marquee level power forward or something like that. Anissa Murrow should always be on the floor with what she provide with energy and everything like that. So and then they don't have they best shooters is on developmental contracts, Ashlyn Jackson and Helly Van Lift. So I don't know what they're doing with that. And then you
I
got
think Haley Van Lift is got a foot injury. I believe.
okay. See, I didn't know that. Thank
Yeah.
you for educating me on that.
Hmm.
And then for whatever I mean they got the win, but for whatever reason he benched Sanaya Rivers for Sharice Ledger Walker.
Ledger Walker. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what he's doing over there, man. But
It's okay.
I'm
I
happy.
think they're just trying to,
They just
finish
trying to get a
out this
draft
year.
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but still, um, even if you're gonna lose, you gotta have a winning culture in your losing, right? Like that's how you eventually become a winner. You don't just lose without a winning culture. So you gotta teach your team ways to win and just hope because you could play a good game and lose it in crunch time, right? Lose it when it's
Hmm.
close. So that's kind of what you want to do, opposed to not really being competitive, opposed to not playing your best players because you're not teaching those winning habits. So now that when you do get your star rookie, you're not elevating. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. A lot of people don't know how to lose correctly, if that makes sense. They don't know how
I
to
agree. Yeah.
you're supposed to always be building winning culture for your team. Um, let's see. What's some other teams that been catching your eye this year?
The Lynx. I love Olivia Miles.
Okay, that's a good one. I was thinking the Mystics. I'm happy I asked you.
Yeah.
Um, the Lynx are really impressive. That's in the I've been telling people about Minnesota Mouse for like
You've been
2 years
telling
now.
about Olivia for a minute,
Yeah,
Brooklyn. I
man.
mean, you were right.
Yeah, man. I've been trying to tell because see, I knew that Angel needed a point. That's another thing. This bring me back to Chicago. I knew
Yeah.
Angel needed a point guard. And when I looked at the point guards around, nobody was talking about her. This is back when she was injured. Everybody
Yeah.
was talking about Raven and everybody was talking about Caitlin. And that was pretty much it. I didn't really hear much about too many other point guards. But those are the two main point guards everybody was talking about. And then I saw Olivia Miles on the draft boards, but I'm like, yo, who is this girl? Because I was new at the time. I'm like, who is
Yeah.
this girl?
Hmm.
So I went and looked her up, and I'm like, oh, she's nice. Issue is she can't shoot. But I saw her. What happened was the reason why I wasn't worried about her shooting was she had did interviews, and I went and watched her interview. This is before she came back from injury, so she was just
Yeah.
interviewing with people, and she addressed it. She said, "I've been working on it." She said that I've learned a lot on the sidelines with Coach Ivy. Coach Ivy, helped me calm down, and all these. So she put the confidence in me. So I was like, okay, bet. And that's why I was talking about it so highly. And then what happened was she actually came back and proved everything she said right. Her shooting
Yeah.
percentage was better. She was playing amazing,
Hmm.
you know. And then the knock on her from there became her defense. Everybody was like, oh, she's not. she don't play defense good enough for the pros. And I'm like, I see people in the pros that don't play defense.
Play
So
defense, yeah.
if they can do it, she can do it, right?
Yeah.
But luckily she taking her defense serious because in the pros, she's actually playing better defense than she did in college. Like it's like I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
see the
that's
effort. At least now, I see the
exactly.
effort.
I don't know if that's Coach
It's
Cheryl
Coach
Reeves,
Reeves.
probably Coach
Hmm.
Reeves, right?
Yeah.
So she's giving the effort and she's playing amazing. So I'm proud of her. Hats off to her. I'm a little bit disappointed in Flage. So speaking about the rookies, I'm a little bit disappointed in Flage because I had high hopes for Flage, and I still do. Maybe she's just getting off to a slow start, but I still got high hopes for Flage. But I wanted to be these classes this year, next year, and these coming years are so good. I want to see some races. I don't want to just see, this front runner for rookie of the year. I want to see some competition for it, healthy
Yeah.
competition. And so I'm a little disappointed because I thought Flage would be fighting for that. Our fan we know came late. I thought she would be fighting for that. And
AZ's looking better.
AZ is looking better. You're right. You're right. You actually reminded me. I didn't get around to it last night. I wanted to watch their game because both her and Paige had good games. Um, both scored over 20 points.
Yeah.
Against I forgot who they played, but yeah, I
Seattle.
Seattle, right? Seattle.
Hmm.
So I was excited. I was excited to see that from AZ because I want all these players to you know to be their best selves. Um, that was a good pick though. Matter of fact, I still got more to say though because I went on a tangent about Olivia Miles. Courtney Williams is I'm actually impressed with the way she's being a veteran, right?
Yeah.
Because I didn't
Same.
think that was gonna work out with her
Me
playing the
either.
1 and the 2 now. And then McBucket, same thing with her, being a great veteran. And then
Good veteran. Yeah.
yeah, and then Natasha Howard is like a perfect fit. That's one thing to make Olivia Miles great is like because she's so much of a court visionist point guard, certain players is gonna just fit well with her. And it's like
Yeah.
she she's running Cheryl Reeves offense beautifully. And then the defense that Cheryl Reeves is gonna make sure everybody play. That's why they look so good because they got one of the top offensive and defenses in the league. And Fee ain't even come back yet, right? So
True.
definitely excited to see how they look when they at full strength, especially since they brought in Tierra McCowan back. Um, slaughtered her name the other day, Paige. I'm on a live the other day. I call her, I think, Taj McWilliams or something like that.
Yeah.
Nate slaughtered me. But Tierra McCowan, so that gives them the size because that was actually their weakness, right? Their weakness
Yeah.
going up against teams like the Liberty. They always didn't have enough size. So now they got some size to combat some of them bigs, along with just having a really good, fun team to watch. So anything you want to say? I know I said a lot. Anything you want to say about that team before I move on to a different team?
I like how Cheryl Reeves is coaching. I feel like she was the best fit for Olivia because Olivia needed a coach that was gonna help her, become a better point guard and have at least some type of structure. Because I feel like she never
Facts,
really
facts.
had that structure, and she's
Yeah,
really thriving in this situation.
facts. I agree. I agree
Yeah.
1000%. Also, let me say to you, I appreciate you for joining the panel because I appreciate having female voices in this female space, right? I'm a man
Yeah.
in women's basketball. So I appreciate hearing women's opinions in women's basketball. So I actually appreciate you for joining the panel today. Another team we could touch on is let's talk about the Minnesota. Let's talk about the Washington Mystics real quick because I want to give some of their rookies some credit too, right?
Yeah.
Especially even though she's not a rookie, but young player Sonia Citron is looking amazing this
I
season.
love Sonya.
Love Sonia. And it's like she one of those players who also, like Olivia Miles, is looking better in the pros than she did in college. Right?
Yeah.
It seemed
You
like
were
it
also
seemed like
talking about Sonya for a minute too.
yeah. You want to know why? Because I really like Neil Ivy. I really like Ivy, and I really like Notre Dame, and I really like what they doing over there. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Cassandra Prosper. I didn't think that
Cassandra. Hmm.
she surprised me because I didn't think she was like I didn't know where she would go. So the fact that she has a team and she has a role is like, yes, I love that. I knew Olivia was gonna be in the league. I knew Sonia. We know Hidalgo was gonna be in the league. Maddie Westbeld, I felt was gonna have a spot. I wasn't sure about Kassan. I wasn't sure if she was gonna have a spot, even though I really liked her game and I really liked
Yeah.
her. So I'm excited for
Even
her.
Leah Toucan has a spot too.
Yeah, yeah, right. And
Hmm.
then she go back to Minnesota. She's
Yeah,
in
she's
Minnesota
in
with yeah,
Minnesota. Yeah.
Olivia. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, Lauren Betts, I'm happy she finally got some minutes. Um, Obviously Kiki got hurt. Kiki was hurt for a few games. So Lauren Betts was able to show people that she belonged because a lot of people didn't think she was ready. And I'm like, of course she's ready. I'm
Yeah.
actually surprised. I'm actually like to me, Lauren Betts is you should start her. I'm actually surprised she's coming off the bench. Obviously, I know on that team you have to because you got these good players in front of you. But I thought they
Hmm.
would have made a trade or something. Like I thought Shakira was going to get traded. That happened, which is fine. I like Shakira, as a veteran leader on that team because that team is young. They need some leadership. So, and Shakira also been getting busy this year. It seemed like, you know what? This particular year, because I've talked about this with some other people about other players about Unrival. Unrival seemed like this year was special for players, right? Because a lot of
Yeah.
players, Marina Mabry, Paige Beckers, even Dominique Malanga to a certain extent, Shakira Austin. A lot of these players, whatever confidence they gained at Unrival, they took with them after Unrival. Shakira also went to China after Unrival, and she was balling out in China,
Yeah.
right? And then she
Hmm.
comes back. She comes back to the league, and she's balling, confident. She said she's finally healthy, body strong, so she's balling out. Um, Same thing with Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers looks like she looked good in year one, but whatever confidence she got in year two,
Woo.
she already one of them.
Yeah.
Like I said the other day, Paige Beckers ain't coming. She's already here. She's already arrived.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And then,
Yeah.
like I said, we already see what Marina Mabry been doing this year. Unbelievable. She's been playing. This the best Marina, and Marina's been at a pretty elite or very good level, I should say, since I've seen her. Since I've been a fan. This the best Marina I've seen this year. So a rival definitely is building confidence in some of these players. And I said this the other day, maybe that's what somebody like Florge needs to really start playing her best because it just seemed like she's in her own head. To me,
Yeah.
Flage should be pro ready. Like obviously she's a rookie and she's gonna make rookie mistakes, but she should already be like, you know, kind of catching her stride. But we'll see. It's still early in the season.
Yeah. I
But
feel
getting
like Flodger, she needs more counter moves and
hmm
she just needs to get a little bit bigger. I feel like she's just a little too small for the position they want her to play.
okay, okay, that's a good assessment. I
Yeah.
like that.
And she'll be
But
okay after that.
yeah, absolutely. But getting back to Washington, what's your thoughts on Washington so far? I heard some people complain about the coach.
I don't
Um,
like that coach.
okay, Sydney, why you don't like Sydney Johnson?
I just like why I got a question. Why is he not playing Rory Harmon? Like I don't get it. You keep playing Georgia
I've
Amore.
heard
She's
that
not
before.
giving you anything.
Okay. So you want to know what it is? It
Yes.
might be time. It might be time to your point. Um I feel like as far as Georgia goes, she had a year, she was even though she wasn't playing, she had a year there. They
Hmm.
comfortable with her, they comfortable with her knowing the system. And then I think what happens is to your point, and to I heard other people make this point as well. So to y'all points, I think Rory Harmon may even be a better point guard for this system. Not that she's necessarily better than Georgia, because they two different types of point guards.
Two different,
One,
yeah.
Rory is more of the defensive guru that's gonna come down, make the right play, and then hit a timely shot if you need it. She'll hit a timely shot, a mid range shot. She'll make that shot, make a bucket if you need it. Georgia Amore is more of an engine for offense, and because this team is so talented, they kind of don't need Georgia Amore's skills. They need more of the Georgia Amore point guard abilities than they need for her to be a scorer. If you remember Georgia Amore in Kentucky, Georgia Amore and I believe it was Clara Strack or whoever she was playing with.
Yeah.
Um, actually, it was Elizabeth Kitley, I believe, too.
Oh,
Georgia
Caitlin,
Amore
yeah.
and Georgia Amore and Kitley, and I think after Kitley it was Strack. But Georgia Amore and Kitley, they would do that like pick and roll. And if Kitley was open, obviously she would hit Kitley. But if she wasn't, Amore is used to scoring. She's used to one. She's not used to passing to a scorer. She's used to being
Yeah.
the scorer. So on
True.
Washington, Sonia's that girl. It's not Georgia, right? Sonia's
Yeah,
that
Sonya
girl.
and Kiki.
Sonya and Kiki and Shakira. So it kind of changes Georgia's game a little bit because her mindset ain't I gotta get us a bucket. Her mindset gotta be I gotta get I gotta get us into the right offense. So I gotta make the right play. So in that instance, that's what Rory is used to, right? Rory is
Yeah.
used to playing with a Madison Booker. She's used
I
to
was about to
playing
say
with
that, yeah.
exactly. So you actually may be right. It may be time for the coach to give Rory a chance because that might actually be what the team needs, especially the defense that Rory is going to provide. So that's actually a good point that you bring up. Ghost says Rory and Amore both 5'6" create some issues passing being undersized like that. I'd rather have Rory's quickness if I had to pick one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I actually, because for me, I always, when somebody said that, I kind of disagreed with them, but not because they was wrong, just because I understood like Georgia Amore is a good point guard. And what happens is when you got shooters and scorers, they have to get in rhythm. Like you're not gonna just if
Yeah.
you a scorer, you gonna miss shots sometimes. It is what it is until you finally hit your rhythm and then you make shots. But I could be wrong, right? Especially since you not the number one option, right? And like to your point, Paige, she might be the number 4 option on this team, right? Or maybe even number 5, right? When you
Yeah.
look at all that star power, all that young star power in that lineup. So in that case, we don't even need your scoring like that. What we need from you is defense, and that's not your strong suit. That's Rory's strong suit. What we need from you is playmaking. They both play make, but they both do it differently. But to your point, to your ghost point and your point page, I would prefer on a team like this with Rory's playmaking above Georgia's playmaking because Georgia playmaking usually results in her making the bucket. But we don't
Yeah.
need you to make the bucket. We need you to get the ball to Sonya or Kiki or Shakira, right? Or Michaela on your way there or Cody McFadden, who just manhandled Natasha Howard the other
Oh, I
day.
like Cody too.
Yeah, I like Cody a lot. But listen, these vets is gonna see, man. These young players ain't coming in, what I mean, to take no ish, right?
No.
Cody McMahon pretty strong, so I would leave her
She's
alone.
strong.
I would leave her alone. Gamble says, where is this hostile act BS coming from? All right, so me and Paige was talking about the Atlanta Dream game earlier, and they saying that Angel, you know, was having hostile acts on some of the plays she was making on going for the rebound, but to
She just
Paige's
got
point,
long arms. I
to
mean,
pay right, and to Paige's point earlier, once you run in, once if she's going up for the ball and you run in her space, what you think is gonna happen, right? Her arms got to come down someplace, so you're gonna get hit in the face or the neck if you run into her space as she's jumping, right? So they call it a hostile act, whatever. Let me see what team we ain't touched on yet. Let's go to Seattle. Seattle's interesting. Seattle
mm,
for me, Paige, is a team that I feel like once they finally figure it out, they're gonna be scary because they have a lot of talent on that team. I think the problem is they have the wrong play. Like I said, um, Shout out to Natasha
Mm,
Heidelman. And
yeah.
I feel like, she feel like she finally got her time to be a leader, and I get it. She is being a leader for that young team. With that said, you not the most talented player. So you got to allow these young players to be who they are, which is young stars. You got some young studs on your team that if you just give them the ball and play the background, y'all might win some games, right? Um, we just talked about Flage, right? You made a good point. Flage need to bulk up, put on some weight, but until she does, she can use her speed and athleticism to her advantage, right? So she needs to
Yeah.
constantly be aggressive. Constantly, she got to realize she's she has to be the leader, and it's probably hard for her to think like that as a rookie, but she got to be the leader on the offensive end. How she go there will follow her, right? Because what happens is at the draft, her and our kind of bonded. So our
Yeah.
kind of looks to Flage a lot like, okay, you going, let's go. And then Dominique just need help. Dominique is not, she's young and she's undersized. One thing I like about our, she actually got some size on her. I was Dominique is still like a little undersized. She got to put on some weight too.
Yeah.
But she's been playing well in the past couple games, so I want to give her some credit. Like she's been putting up double doubles and stuff like that. At least in the last game I saw. Let me not say games. Last game she put up a double
Yeah.
double. Our fam though, I didn't know shoot as well as she did. I knew she was a good shooter, but I'm
I
talking
like
about
our fam.
I like our fam. I'm talking about
Mhm.
our fam be running up court in transition now, like a
Yeah.
guard, and stopping and popping threes. I'm like, okay. Like I knew she could shoot like a big could shoot, like catch and shoot. I ain't know she could just run up, stop, and pop a three, like off the catch and shoot.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, she is
They
nice.
need to
So
run their offense through our fam. I think that will help them out
yes,
because Flage
yes,
will work better not having the ball in her hands as much.
yes.
Because if you look back at the old LSU from like
Mhm.
23, 24, they
Yeah.
ran their offense through Angel, and that really helped Flage get rolling, getting
Mm,
off of,
that's a good point.
screens and stuff.
That's a great point. See, that was funny. I was actually about to challenge what you said because somebody I forgot who said this, but I heard somebody else say the problem is I think it was Nate. I think he was saying that the problem is when Flage don't have the ball, she look lost. But to your point, I actually think I agree with you because she could, now she could move off the ball and
Move off
catch
the
it.
ball, yeah, and
Yeah,
catch and
is
shoot.
catch and shoot, catching,
Get to the
cut to the
rim.
basket, catch and make a play for somebody else. Like I said, use your athleticism. So I actually agree with what you're saying because to me, our fam is really that girl, for real.
Yeah, I
And then
think they
like,
can
and
use her
then
as like a point forward, kind of.
exactly. And then when you got Dominique out there with her length and her athleticism, now you kind of got something going, and now you need the vets just to play a role, right? You just need to
Yeah.
fit the right vets in to play a role. The vet I really like on that team page is Jay Melbourne, believe it or not,
Uh,
right? Because Jay
wow.
Melbourne,
Okay, I haven't seen that much, but
no, let me tell you why.
okay.
Because you got to watch with certain players, you got to watch the intangibles. So
Okay.
what Jay
Mhm.
Melbourne do on a defensive end, she's so active.
Yeah.
She creates turnover. She creates energy that help the team win. Right. The her activity on a defensive end creates confusion, as my brother KSAP would say. So I like the energy that she provides on defense. Her toughness. Right. It disrupts the other teams. And so I like her better in the starting lineup along with um those other three we just said. And then we need they probably just need somebody like a shooter, right? They could kick it out to that consistently. I don't know if it'll be Stephanie um Dawson as a big, or I don't know if it's like somebody like a I forget the girl name, but the one that came back from pregnancy. I don't know. I don't know if it's one of them, but they need somebody who can consistently
Yeah.
knock down that outside shot so that they could work. And then I think they'll win some games like that. Um, yeah,
How
now
are
Jay,
you
pay
liking
attention.
Zaya Cook also on that roster?
Oh, you remind I forgot about Zaya. I really like Zaya because with Zaya, she hasn't really gotten the opportunity,
Yeah.
right? She hasn't gotten an opportunity. So what she's been doing with her opportunity this year off the bench, she's been doing a really good job. So I actually really like Zaya. Thank you for reminding me about Zaya.
Mhm.
Gamble says I don't recall that wording last year. I don't recall that wording. What do you mean, bro? I don't what wording? I don't know what you're talking about.
Is he talking
Um
about the hostile act wording?
oh, could be. Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like that wording is anything new. Hostile act. I feel like we heard hostile act before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, let me see. What's your thoughts on the Portland Fire this year? The expansion team.
I like their energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a good team. I mean, they play hard. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're good. I don't
Yeah.
have any issues with them.
Yeah. And then also to add on to what you're saying, he actually surprised me this year because I didn't expect
Same.
much from them. I didn't expect much from them,
Yeah.
especially with the lineup they had. I looked at that lineup from the expansion draft, and I'm like, I'm not. I mean, I like Sarah Ashley Barker. I've been liking her since college,
Oh,
so
I love this. Yeah.
I liked her. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't familiar with Brittany Carlton's game, so when she was like, when they was talking about her as the first pick in the expansion draft and all this,
Yeah.
that, and the third, I'm like, okay, right. And then that's pretty much it because I like the way they playing together, but I don't really care for too many of the names on that team. So like the Carla Lette, if I'm saying her name correctly.
Correlate.
She
Yeah.
Carla Lake, thank you. She impressed me in a couple games, but I'm not really too impressed with her. Then you got May Gustafson. Um she seemed like she found the home, so I'm happy for her, but whatever. Emily Angster though, I actually like her a lot for
I
that
like
team.
Emily Engler. Yeah.
She's a
Hmm.
she's a glue piece for that team. I like her a lot for that team. In fact, I think the one thing, not the one thing, there's a couple things, but the main thing I think that team is missing is like a bona fide center. They need a they need a they need a they need a center. And
Yeah.
it's funny because
Camilla would do
um
well there.
yeah, Camilla would do well. I was actually gonna say Cam Brink as well because
Ooh, Cam. Yeah.
she's not getting a lot of um reps in LA. So that could be a place where she kind of like her career could take off. But you're right, I didn't even think about Camilla. Camilla could dominate there. But see, the problem with Camilla is you gotta be careful where you put her because with Camilla,
Mhm.
when she
Yeah.
was asked if you know anything about South Carolina, right?
Mhm.
In the NA championship year,
Yeah.
Dawn gave praise to how that team was bonding, right? And she was saying that Camilla could easily just go in her shell and disappear and
Yeah.
be disassociated from everybody. But she said that she wasn't doing that, and a big reason why was Raven Johnson, her relationship with Raven Johnson. They was like a unit. They was close and they was like a family. So with Camilla, we want to make sure that wherever she goes, she feels that family vibe to get the best out of Camilla. Because if not, we'll have the same Camilla in Portland that we got in Chicago, and we don't want that because Camilla don't have a natural. I'm about to dominate. I'm the best big out here
No, she
personality.
doesn't have
You know what I
that.
mean?
Mm-mm.
So but yeah, I do agree. Camilla would be a good fit if she, if she realized who she is, was just she could be one of the top bigs in this league if she wants to. I mean, she finishes really well around the basket. She blocks shots. She moved well in transition, right? So she could be really good if she put her mind to it. But sometimes you need the right play to unlock her. That's why I really thought Chicago dropped the ball not drafting Raven Johnson. I think
Agree.
Chicago needed a point guard ever since Vandersloot left, pretty much. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and Courtney Williams, because I think Courtney Williams probably took over the point guard once Vandersloot left. So once Vandersloot and Courtney Williams is going, they've been needing a point guard. They never really got the point guard they needed.
Yeah.
So I think they dropped the ball with not picking up um Raymond Johnson. TiVo says the refs clearly have no understanding of basic physics and gravity and how long Angel. Yeah, that's a fact. I believe
They don't.
Angel arms is mad long too. I looked up
They
the
are.
wingspan. like it was somebody that was her height. I forgot who. Maybe it was Asia. Somebody I looked at, and it was one length. And then I looked up Angels. Angels was longer than them. I was like, oh, Angel got
She
some
got
long
long
ass on.
arms.
Definitely got some long ass on.
Yeah,
And then what about the other expansion team, the Toronto? What's your thoughts on Toronto?
they suck.
Are you saying that because it happened with Izzy and Angel?
Maybe.
They do suck right now, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
And it's
sorry.
not their fault. It's not their fault. They're going through some injuries and stuff like that. Obviously,
Yeah.
Brittany Sykes is out, Kiki Rice is out. But
I
like I
like
said,
some of their players though. I just don't like
yeah,
Piranha.
yeah, yeah. Um, Marina, what she's been doing this season, though, as far as keeping them in games and playing fearless. You got to take your hat off to her, regardless if you like her or not. She's been doing
Yeah.
her thing this year, so I take my hat off to her. And then obviously, Coach Sandy Brandello is a championship coach. So we'll see where they go in the future. Like I said, unfortunately, rookie is out. Kiki Rice is. I would love to see
Man,
her.
Kiki was looking nice though.
She was looking real nice. So I would love to see more of her. But the good thing is she's not out for the year, so we'll be able to see her when she comes back. All right, so moving right along, um, who haven't I talked about? Who what team I ain't talk about yet? I feel like I couldn't have went through all 15 at first.
We haven't talked about LA, but I mean,
You right. I don't.
I,
I will say this though. This is what I will say about LA. I never believed in them from the beginning
me
of the
either.
season. I
No.
didn't like what they I didn't like what they was doing, and I turned out to be right. And not only did I turned out to be right, I got help. I don't want to say I got help because I wasn't wishing on their downfall, but injuries and things like that also made it worse for
Mhm.
them. But yeah, I never understood what they was trying to do with that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I just don't like that LA team or that coach.
yeah, me neither. I don't really have an issue with the coach because I do understand that. I understand her system. Um, Matter of fact, maybe I do because I don't really love her system, but I understand. I get it. Like so, I don't put it to you like this. It's some people, and she's one of them that I don't have feelings about. Like I don't hate her or love it, but I was like,
Yeah.
I understand. You know, what I mean, I understand her system. There's certain people that I like. That I like. Like for instance, I don't know how you feel, but I know a lot of people been coming down on him lately. But I actually like Carson Mesco's system, right? But both of them are, and the same thing with the coach in Portland, right? All three of them are like analytical coaches,
Yeah,
right? They
analytical, yeah.
they
Mhm.
analytical coaches, but all analytics ain't bad. It's really just depends on how you use it. If you are an analytical coach that stick with the analytics no matter what, you probably a bad coach. But if you
Yeah.
somebody who uses analytics to kind of help you have a better understanding how to help your players, there's nothing wrong with that. You get what I'm saying? But when people hear analytics, they think all analytics is bad. That's not true. It's really just how you use the analytics is the problem. Some people use analytics and they, they want to stick to the analytics no matter what. That's the problem. Some people use analytics, like I said, and they just want to understand the game better. Like, okay, this she's better on the left side than the right side, or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it just teaches you certain things and you use it to your advantage. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, like picking spots on the floor that you could get your best shot from in certain
Yeah.
situations, but you just gotta be able
For
to read the game
for example,
as a coach too.
I didn't know until recently that Ryan Howard prefers the left side of the floor, apparently.
Yeah.
She's more efficient on the left side of the floor. Now, hopefully that don't hurt us out, with our opponents, but you know, that's one thing that I learned
Mhm.
about her.
I mean, I like Carl Semesco. I mean, he's analytical, but I just gotta realize that he's just not somebody that's gonna crash out. So you just gotta get used to it.
It seemed like that's a lot of people's critique on cars. Like they want him to be more, aggressive for his players. or whatnot, but that's just not his personality, right? Like his personality is to be laid back and to handle things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So, but as long as he's getting results, he's getting results because it's okay for us all to be different and say, you know what, if I was in his shoes, I would do it differently. But that don't mean that he's doing it wrong. That just means you would do it differently. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I get it. Cause even the coach in Dallas, I know some people don't like the way, he coaches, but I'm like, he coaches
yeah,
good also. I mean, he
yeah,
just is more he's more harsh on his players, but I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
he's getting the results that he wants. So
That's it. That's it. And
yeah.
you just actually reminded me that's a team that we didn't touch on yet.
No.
Dallas and what they've been doing. So far, what I've been seeing, Paige, from Dallas this season
Mhm.
is up and down inconsistency. Um, that's to be expected because again, this is a first year coach, and then he has a system that's I don't want to say it's difficult, but you have to you have to understand it and run it the right way for it to work.
Yeah.
And he has some players come late from playing overseas and stuff like that. And then you got a rookie that you're trying to implement in your starting lineup and everything. So it takes time. But it seemed like at least lately they kind of like they still like in close games where they could go either way, but they kind of on an upward trajectory. And like I said, Paige is playing amazing. So that's what I've been seeing from Dallas so far. What you've been seeing? What's your opinion on
Um
Dallas?
I like Dallas. I like the roster construction. My only thing is,
Mhm.
what are they gonna do with Enrique? Cause
Yeah,
she sat out
there you
like
go.
the rest of that fourth quarter.
There you go. I think they should have been traded Enrique. And this is coming from somebody who
Same.
likes Enrique. I just don't think she fit with that team anymore. And I think they need I don't know where they're gonna find it at because everybody's under contract, but they need to find somebody that's a scoring that's a scoring threat in the post. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is a
Scoring
league
threat in the
where
post.
yeah, because this is a league where a lot of the best players is power forwards. You got Asia, you got Fee, you got even though she's not a scorer all the time, but you got Alyssa Thomas, you got the fall position is like an all-star position in this league. So I think they need to find that a player that's a scoring threat, regardless of even if it's not a traditional one. It could be it could be like Bridget Carlton, a 3-point shooting threat, right? But you need a scoring threat at the four to go along with the guards you have, in my opinion.
Do you like Jessica Shepard?
I like Jessica Shepard, but she's not like a scoring threat to me. She's more like a utility knife, a
Yeah.
utility player. So I think she fits the team, but she's not like a go-to scorer where it's like get the ball to Jessica, she gonna get us a bucket type shit. Like you would feel like if you had Fee on your team, right?
You
Oh,
might be
let's
able
run.
to get Fee after this year, to be honest, because she's only on a 1 year.
If they get Fee, that team is
I'm
gonna be
just saying.
dangerous. Yeah, no, but I'm saying that'll be dangerous. But
Yeah.
they need and I'm not even saying they need somebody of that caliber. It could be somebody that's like um a lower tier, but it would just have to balance out scoring because you already got your go-to playing page, right? And you already
Yeah.
know AZ more time she gonna be a scorer for you as well. So they just need a scoring threat at the four. I like Maddie Seagrass too. So,
Mm, yeah.
but
I'm
that's my
just
thoughts
saying
on Dallas.
because I don't know if Minnesota's going to keep Fee because I think they're going the Olivia Miles direction.
Yeah, but why not keep them both? You can't win championships by yourself. So why not get Olivia and allow Olivia and Fee to be your 1-2 punch?
You think Olivia and Fee could work? Because I've heard other people
Yeah.
say they don't think it's going to work. So I don't know.
What was their reasoning for that?
Because they think Olivia is not very good in the half court. So it's going to be hard for her to
Oh, here
figure
we go
out.
again. They did not. How
Yeah.
many times do I gotta tell people? Listen, Olivia is good in the half court, in the full court, in the three-quarter court, in the one-quarter court. It don't matter. Listen, what people don't realize if you got certain people that have elite skills, right? So
Hmm.
you could take like And I said this about Tahina Pow Pow, so let's use her. I said this about her before she got drafted.
Yeah.
I said her elite skill is shooting. That don't mean she don't have other skills. That don't mean she can't do nothing else. But her elite skill is shooting the ball. So that's what's gonna make her valuable to a team is her ability to hit the three. But that don't mean she can't hit a floater. That don't mean she can't make a play, make a pass, make an
True.
assist, right? You could do other things. Olivia Mal's elite skill is transition. You put her in transition, she gonna work magic. But that don't mean she
Yeah.
can't play it. That don't mean she's useless in the half court.
Because
So
I've
whoever
seen her
said
do
that,
it, but
yeah,
I
exactly,
mean, yeah.
exactly. So she'll be fine. Whoever said that, I don't know how much they know basketball, but um, yeah,
Because I keep
she'll
on
be.
hearing it from, about her half court, and I'm
This is
like,
what
it can
first,
work. I mean, you still
yeah,
got Courtney who can help her out in the half court if it's that bad.
yeah, exactly. Like I said, people overreacted things. It was her defense, before she got in. First, it was her shooting. They said she couldn't shoot. Then it was her defense. Actually, before it was her defense, I think it was what you said. I might have heard some people say, "Oh, she's just a transition player," you know what I mean, and things of that
Yeah, but
nature.
I've seen a little bit more of her now, so I'm like a little bit, different on it.
Yeah, yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
she's fine. When
Okay.
listen, trust me. When you get certain people with talent, they gonna have long careers, and you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own skill set, right? You could, that, and that's why you could look at the players that's came out already, and the players that's about to come out, and like even in the power forward position, right? You got Angel Reese and Kiki Ariafin. They play differently. You feel me?
Yeah.
They have a
Way different.
different skill, way different, same position, way different. But then you about to have Joyce Edwards coming, right? And you about to have Cyrus Strong coming. You about to have these
Yeah.
different people with different skill sets, and they're gonna play the game differently. But that doesn't mean that they're not useful. So it's like everybody be wanting, like you. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Jordan Canada. Shout out to Jordan Canada because I want to give us some credit. Jordan Canada is actually the to me is the MVP of how the Atlanta Dream is playing right now, right? Because the issue early on in the season when the ball wasn't moving, none of the guards, because the way Carl Semensko offense run, anybody could like initiate a pick and roll or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be, right? Jordan Canada took it upon herself and said, you know what, I'm the point guard on this team. I'm gonna make sure we get in the office. I'm the point guard on this team. I'm gonna make sure we get out in transition. And that fixed a lot of problems.
It did.
That fixed
Mhm.
Angel getting the ball because of one of the
Yeah.
issues a lot of people had early in the season is Angel's not touching the ball. Jordan Canada fixed that. Jordan Canada fixed how much point because we was only putting up like 87 points. In the beginning of the season, he was getting out the
Yeah.
slow starts. The beginning of the season, Jordan Canada is the reason. Jordan Canada and Ryan Howard. Let me give her credit too, but Jordan Canada is the reason why we don't get out to those slow starts no more. You know what I mean? Jordan Canada took it upon herself. She said, I'm gonna sacrifice my own offense to make sure everybody eat. And then I'm gonna find pockets where I'm gonna score. Right? That's an adjustment she made. But the reason why I brought her up is before she decided to do that because she had to watch film to see where she was making mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So before she watched film and saw like, okay, this is what I could do, this is where I could help. A lot of people were saying she wasn't a point guard. And I'm like, she is a point guard. Same thing I just said about how I just broke down Georgia Amon Rory, right? A lot of people would say
They're
Georgia
just different
Amon's
point guards.
they
Yeah.
just they just do it different, and it's okay, right? But it's about what your team needs from you. That's really
Yeah. The
what it is, and
team.
that's
Hmm.
what the team needs. So that's why I feel like Rory, in your opinion, actually might be the better point guard for the team because of her play style. And Jordan Canada, what she did was she changed her play style up to say, okay, I need to make sure all these great players that I'm around are eating. So the way I'm gonna do that is we're gonna push a tempo. I'm gonna make sure that I'm making these passes and I'm finding people. She's still the same threes that people was getting mad at early in the season, where they was telling Ryan Howard to stop shooting and Alicia Gray to stop shooting. They still shooting them shots. They getting better shots now because they trusting the offense more, right? But they
Yeah.
still
It's
letting
better
the ball
shot
fly.
selection. Yeah.
They the better shot selection, but you see they still letting the ball fly. Like they still coming up court, letting the
Yeah.
three fly. Jordan Canada finds her, she gonna hit. She hit. Ryan on that left side, she letting that thing fly. But she's still now she's hitting Angel, now she's hitting Nash, now she hit everybody's eating,
To
everybody's
get
happy.
everybody
That's
in
why
rhythm.
everybody's in rhythm, and that's why we see in certain games now where everybody's in double figures, right? A lot of people we starting to see that trend now where everybody, like you said, is in rhythm, everybody touching the ball, everybody in double figures. But my point again in saying all that is people didn't give grace to Jordan Canada, and they was just automatically saying she's not a point guard. Well, Jordan Canada, you gotta realize everybody different. Jordan Canada is not Chelsea Gray, and you can't force everybody into the same body. Everybody has their own play style. So I said all that to go back to Olivia Miles and say, yes, Olivia Miles is not whatever player that you think does play well in the half court, right? Olivia Miles is the player that's gonna be great in transition. But that doesn't mean that just because she has a elite skill at that doesn't mean that she doesn't have skills also, other skills also that would benefit her in the half court. So that's how I feel about that. And that's why I think people say that because sometimes people don't give players grace. They just see like something they do or something that's even something they struggle on that in Jordan Canada's case, and then they expect them
Yeah.
not to be able to grow from that. You get what I'm saying? So now I think Olivia Miles is perfectly fine in the half court. The same way I thought she was perfectly fine with defense. The same way I knew she'd be perfectly fine with shooting. So it is what it is.
I just feel
But
like sometimes we don't give, enough players the grace to, figure it out because it's not as easy
exactly,
as it looks.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then we so cutting. We already writing coaches off. We already writing players and things of that nature. Is like, yo, let these players have that. And like we started the show talking. We started the show off talking about the Liberty, right? The Liberty
Hmm.
got a new coach. You got
New
to give
coach,
them
yeah.
grace. Liberty had people that was injured, people that was in and out. You got to understand certain things are going to take time. Same thing with Bree Jones. Bree Jones is going to come back. It's going to take time to find chemistry. Like it doesn't mean that if Bree Jones miss Angel that she don't want to pass Angel the ball. Like that's what people gonna say. If Angel's there with her hand up and Bree Jones don't see her or pass her, they're gonna be like Bree Jones don't want to pass Angel the ball. Traitor, right? Like it's gonna be crazy. But it's like sometimes just let them find their chemistry. They'll be all right. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
But Paige, let me say this to you in the future too. One thousand
Hmm.
percent up to you if if you want to do this and that. But I'm trying to when I do my shows, I try to have people on camera only because the watch back
Yeah.
I feel like is more of entertaining for people to see like two people on camera. So the audio, which your audio is perfect, the audio and the cameras are two things that I try to keep crisp on my broadcast. So in the future, I understand because everybody have their
Yeah.
different comfortabilities on camera. If you don't want to, I understand. But if you do, I appreciate if you could be on camera for me. But with that said, I appreciate you. I appreciate BD. I appreciate Jonathan Gonzalez and everybody that was in the chat with us, rocking with us. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do these lives more often now because I got to get my watch hours back up. I'm losing watch hours from like shows I did a year ago. Apparently, I didn't even know it does that.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's like taking my watch hours away. So I'm trying to be more consistent in doing this. So I appreciate you, Paige. I love you on the panel because like I said, I love to have female voices, and you
Yeah.
always give me good opinions and good takes, and you always good energy as well. So I appreciate you on the panel. Um, Everybody, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, like the channel, hype the channel, holla at me in the comments. I'm going to holla back. And I appreciate everybody who's been showing me engagement. Like I said, to start the video, y'all been being lazy with the likes. Before I took my break, y'all was giving me a lot of likes. Like I felt the love. I was getting a lot of likes. I'm not getting that many likes these days. I don't know what's going on. Let me know what happened. You know what I mean? We gotta fight. We gotta fight it out. Let me know what happened. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Why y'all not giving me love no more? But hit the like button, man. Run the likes up if you enjoy the content. You know what I mean? I might be biased, but I think I do a pretty good job of entertaining the people, right? And giving knowledge. I think I'm kind of interesting, right? I think my show is kind of popping. I tell y'all this all the time. I don't care if I got one person in here with me. I don't care if I got 100 people in here with me, 500, whatever. I'm gonna always get y'all the same energy. You get me? You dig me? So, you know what I mean? Paige, I appreciate you. You want to say anything? Any last words?
I'm good. I'll make sure I turn on my camera next time. I was just trying to make sure I get on to
Nah, you
yours because
good.
I was trying
Usually what I do is if like let's just say you was with me from the beginning and I sent you the link, I would have told you then. But like if somebody
Yeah.
pop on here as their first time, I'm not even gonna stress it because you know you ain't expected, right? You just popped on, but I was just letting you know for future reference.
Okay.
You know, I appreciate that, and it's like I said, it's really just for the production. Like I'm
Yeah.
really big. One thing I learned from KSAP is if you want to have a good channel, production is like half the battle. Like if you, as long as your production is right as far as the visuals, you see my page look clean, right? The audio got to
Mhm.
sound good. I learned that from KSAP. So production is key. So it's like I just think it looks more tacky when you got like boxes up here. You get what I'm saying? Opposed
Yeah.
to people, it just looks better. So that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to give a better production to the people, and hopefully, if I do that, they invest in me. And like I said, we could, you know, help this thing grow, help this thing build. But like I said, I always appreciate your energy, Paige. And for real. But like I said, everybody like, comment, subscribe to the channel, holler at me in the comments, and I see y'all in the next one.